Hello, grade 5. How are you? Today we're gonna start the second lesson in chapter 8. This is called Life During the War. Okay. Now guys, the Revolutionary War started. The Revolutionary War between Britain and America. Okay? Okay, now the first title we have today, Taking Sides. What the meaning of that? You know, guys, that the people who lived in America in that time during the Revolutionary War were divided into three kinds, okay, or three groups. The people who lived in America in that time were divided into three groups. What are these three groups? Number one, or the first group, is called the Loyalist, okay, the Loyalist. And from the word loyal, loyal means to be loyal to the king, okay? So the loyalists are the Americans who are loyal to the king, to King George. They still need Britain govern America, okay? So again, guys, I'm gonna write for you here. Just 1 minute. Okay. Okay. So now, guys, I told you, the Revolutionary War started. Okay. People in America are divided into three groups. Okay, what are these three groups? Number one, the loyalist. Loyalist. Okay, those loyalist guys are loyal to the king. Okay, those loyalists are what are Americans, but they are loyal Americans who were loyal to the king. They still need the British government, or they still need Britain govern America. They still needed Britain govern America. Okay, this is the first point, okay, or this is the first group. The second group is called the Patriots. The Patriots, and we talked this word before. The Patriots, those people are colonists, but they needed independence. They didn't need again Britain govern America. So the Patriots are also Americans and colonists, but they needed independence. So the Patriots are colonists, needed independence, means needed freedom. They didn't need Britain to govern America. Okay, this is the second group. Okay, what about the third group? The third group, guys, is called neutral. The third group is called neutral. Okay, what about those neutral? Those neutral are also colonists and Americans, but those neutrals, they didn't take any sides. They didn't support the loyalists, and also they didn't support the patriots. Okay, so the neutral guys didn't take any side. They didn't take any side, just watchers. Okay, and most of them were American Indians. You remember the original people of America? So most of them were American Indians. Okay, these are the most important points of the first page of our lesson. So that when the Revolutionary War started, people in America are divided into three groups: the loyalists, who are loyal to King George, they needed Britain to govern America. Number two, the patriots, and those patriots no, they needed freedom or independence. They didn't need Britain to govern America. And number three are the neutral. Most of them were the American Indians. The American Indians didn't take any side. They didn't support the loyalists. They didn't support also the patriots. Okay, they are in between. They didn't need war. at all. Okay, let's erase this part and then start the second one. Okay, our lesson for today, guys, by the way, it's very easy. Okay, here I'm gonna speak about the loyalist. Okay, so we're gonna speak in the next pages about the loyalist, the patriots, and the neutrals. Okay, about the loyalist, guys, if we speak about those loyalists, so some of the Americans who lived in America, I told you they were loyal to King George III, and they didn't need any war, or they want Britain to won this war. Okay, they didn't need a war. Those the neutral, but those loyalists they want Britain to won the Revolutionary War. Okay, who were the loyalists? Okay, number one, the loyalist, number one, the people who were working in the British government were loyalists, okay? Because if they didn't support Britain, they will lose their jobs. Okay, this is the first group. The second group, the wealthy merchants. You know, the merchants, guys, in general, they have to support the king, and because if the war started, of course, it will hurt their business. Okay, what about the enslaved Africans? The enslaved Africans, guys, some of them, not all of them, okay, some of them support Britain because they got their freedom. Okay, so Britain offered them their freedom if they helped the British. Okay. The fourth group are some of the American Indians, okay, because they wanted to keep their land and they wanted to get in war, so they supported Britain. So when I speak about the loyalist guys, okay, I'm gonna summarize all of these page in only these points. So if I'm speaking about the loyalist, what about the loyalist? Please record that. Okay, the loyalists were number one, the people who work in the British government because if they didn't support Britain, they would lose their jobs in the government, right? Okay. What else? Number two, huh? The wealthy merchant. The wealthy merchant supported also Britain because they didn't want to hurt their business. Because they didn't want to hurt their business. Okay. The third group are the enslaved Africans. Enslaved Africans, okay, because Britain offered them their freedom. You will be free if you take our side, okay? Number four, some of the American Indians, some of the American Indians, because, I'm sorry, they wanted to keep their land, okay? Okay, guys, this is about the loyalist, okay? What about the patriots? Okay, let's now speak about the patriots. Just 1 minute, move to the next page or the second paragraph here is speaking about the patriots. Okay, let's see what this paragraph tell you. Just 1 minute, erase that. Okay, okay, guys, listen. What about the patriots? You know, guys, that the patriots are the colonists who needed independence. So some of the patriots joined the army, okay, the Continental Army of America, okay. They fight in the other way, okay, and some enslaved Africans, okay, guys, also get their freedom from the Patriots and they joined that side, the side of the Patriot. Also, some free African Americans joined the army or joined the group of the Patriots, okay? So, here, if we speak about the Patriots, if we speak about the Patriots, okay, what about the Patriots? Number one, I told you that some Patriots joined the army. Okay. Others or other patriots fought in other way. Fought in other way. How, Mrs. Mayada, they fought in other way? Like, for example, we have the very famous patriot. His name is Hayam Salmon. Okay. Hayam Salmon. Okay. What did he do? He was a banker. He was a banker. And he helped America to get loans. Okay, guys, to get loans from the bank. Okay. Who else joined the army or who also joined the Patriots? Some enslaved Africans. Some enslaved Africans because they also got their freedom. Beside them, number four were the free African Americans. The free African Americans. Okay, guys, so those are the people who take the side of the patriots. Some patriots joined the army, the American army. Other patriots, they fought, but in other ways. It means that they helped the American army. Like, for example, Hayem Salmon, he was a banker and he helped America to get loans from the bank. Okay, some enslaved Africans, exactly. I told you that the enslaved Africans, some of them got their freedom from Britain and the other half got their freedom from the Patriots. Okay, so they were divided into two halves. Both of them got their freedom, by the way, so they are common. Okay, the common thing between both sides are the enslaved Africans because all of them got their freedom, but some of them for patriots and some of them for Britain. Okay, number four, who joined the Patriot or take the side of the Patriot were the free African Americans. They were free, so they can do anything. Okay, this is about the loyalists and about the Patriots. And I told you that the neutral, they didn't take any side, so they didn't take any part in this war. Okay, okay, guys. Just 1 minute. Okay, that's good. And then erase that and move to the next page. Okay, the next page here is speaking about the woman. Okay, what the woman role in the Revolutionary War? What did the American woman do in the war? Let's see, guys. I summarize all of these paragraphs to you in just some points, okay? So, if we speak about the women, guys, some women work as spices or, I'm sorry, not spices, spies or messengers, okay? They get news about Britain, then they retell this news to the American army, okay? We have, for example, some of them spread the freedom in letters, in plays, in poems. It means that some of them wrote plays and poems about the Revolutionary War and about getting independence. Okay. Also, we have some women cooked at the camps. We have some women brought water to the soldiers in the battles, and those women who brought water to the soldiers made a group. They were called or named Molly Pitcher. Okay, okay. Some of the women fought when their husbands hurt or killed at war. Okay, so some of them take the part of their husbands. We have some famous women, okay, like for example, Deborah Samson. Deborah Samson, guys, joined the army. She dressed in the clothes of a soldier, like a man, and she joined the army. Okay. Also, we have Felice Wheatley. Felice Wheatley wrote a very famous poem encouraging President George Washington, okay, to get independence. Also, we have a woman called Mary Hayes. Mary Hayes, guys, was honored by George Washington because when her husband killed in the war, she took his weapon and started to fight against Britain. Okay, also we have Nancy Morgan Hart. Nancy Morgan Hart defended her home, okay, against the loyalists. Also, we have the wife of George Washington. The wife of George Washington, guys, she was staying all the time at the camp of the general. Also, she was helping the soldiers. Her name was Martha Washington. Okay, so I'm gonna summarize to you the main points of the role of the woman during the Revolutionary War. So, what did the woman do? What did the women do? Number one, guys, they work as spies and messengers. They work as spies and messengers. Okay, that first. Second, okay, they spread freedom. Okay, they spread freedom in letters, poems, or poetry, or dramas, for example, or plays. Okay, what else? Number three, some of them cooked in the camps. They cooked in the camps. Okay. What else? Number four, they brought water to the soldiers. They brought water to the soldiers. And those group were called, don't forget, okay? They were called Molly Pitcher. They were called, they were called Molly Pitcher. Okay. What else? They fought when their husbands were hurt or killed. They fought. This is number five. They fought when their husbands were hurt or killed. Okay. Number six. We have some examples of the woman. For example, we have a woman called Deborah Samson. Okay. Deborah Samson. What did she do? Okay. She joined the army. She dressed in a soldier outfit and joined the army. Okay. What else? Number seven, we have Felice Wheatley. Okay. We have Felice Wheatley. Okay. Felice Wheatley wrote a poem for George Washington. She wrote a poem to encourage or to praise George Washington. Okay. Number eight. Number eight. We have also Martha Washington. Martha Washington. She stayed in the camp helping the soldiers. She stayed in the general camp helping the soldier. Okay. We have Mary Hay. Okay. This is number nine. Mary. Look how a lot about women. Mary Hayes. What did Mary Hayes do? She was honored by George Washington because she kept fighting the British soldiers after her husband died. Okay, so she was honored by George Washington because she continued fighting the British after her husband died. Okay. Number 10, we have Nancy Morgan Hart. This is number 10. Nancy Morgan Hart. Okay, what did she do? This woman, she defended her home against the loyalists. She defended her home against some loyalists. Okay, so this is about women, guys. Let's see here. This is about, I'm sorry, how can I move that? This is about this is about the woman. Okay. Okay. Let's move to the next page. Now I'm gonna speak about uh, the challenges of war. Okay. Now we could recognize what did the loyalist do, what did the neutral do, what did the patriot do, and what did the woman do in the war. But now I want to know what happened in the life. Okay. Of course, all sides are affected by the war or were affected by the war, not only the patriots or not only the loyalists. No, all people living inside or during a war, of course, they will be affected by the war. So, what was the life during the war? Of course, all the sides get affected. Okay, so when I speaking about the life during the war, I said that all sides were affected. Okay. Okay, how they were affected. For example, during any battle, people left their homes. So this is a disaster, okay? So during any battle, for example, during any battle, people left their homes. Okay, what else? What happened to the people in general? Okay, both armies destroyed houses and farms, of course. Both arms, the British Army and the American Army, destroyed houses and farms. Okay, what else? Number four. Okay, prices of food and war supplies, guys, increased. Okay, prices of food and war supplies increased. Okay, what happens also? Inflation happened. Inflation inflation happened. Okay, well, the meaning of inflation, Mrs. Mayada, inflation means the rise in prices. What the meaning of inflation? Inflation means what? A rise in prices. Okay. Okay, guys, and in that time, the government try to stop the inflation, and the Congress made it illegal to hold on to the goods. Okay, so life was hard because of the problems caused by war, but many Americans still needed and wanted their independence. Okay, this is our lesson for today, guys. Please take these notes and try to study from them. If you need anything from about that lesson, contact me anytime. Thank you, grade 5, and goodbye.